Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Dynasty. What I got for y'all today is another Mortal Kombat X video, and today we're going to be breaking down the gameplay trailer from a couple days ago. Not the entire thing, but the few seconds we got to see their fatalities in action. And guys, let me just be the first to say they look crazy, over the top, brutal, insane. Any crazy adjective you can think of fits with these small seconds that you're looking at on your screen right here. And I'm going to grab some snippets, some screenshots from this small little showcase we got, break down these fatalities, and first things first, let's kick things off with the one, the only Rai Cho. So obviously, based on the image right here, you can see Rai Cho, he's an alcoholic, so he always has his flask on him. This flask is humongous, and it seems like Liu Kang's not really having a swell time here. Rai Cho is stuffing the flask down his throat. I'm not sure if that's blood coming out of his mouth or just the alcohol based on the lighting. I do not know, but the flask is getting stuffed down Liu Kang's throat. So where I'm thinking this is going to go is I think Liu Kang's stomach, his body's going to be filled with this alcohol. From there, I think Rai Cho grabs like a match or a torch or something, and he tosses like a, obviously the torch or the match down Liu Kang's throat. His body explodes because alcohol, flames, they don't work together, combustion, explosion. And you're probably saying, Dynasty, why would Rai Cho have a match? Well, back in Mortal Kombat Deception, he had a lot of these weird fire-based moves. I think one of his fatalities was like he had a torch, he'd fart on the torch, and the torch would have like a flame coming out of it, and that would burn the opponents. The other one was he would drink some alcohol, then spit into the torch, and that would be, again, another flamethrower. So he always has like these weird flame-based fatalities back in the day in the 3D era games. So why would this be any different? I can see him, filling his opponent filled with alcohol, tossing a match down their throat, making them eat it just like he's making them drink the alcohol, and then from there he burns from the inside out or explodes. Regardless, something crazy is going to be going on with the match and the alcohol combined inside somebody's body. That just does not sound like a good time. So that's what I think this fatality is going to be. It could be wrong, it could be right. Time will tell. What do you guys think? Of course, let me know your opinions on all of these in the comment section below. But moving things along on to TRI-BORG. TRI-BORG has a pretty sick fatality inside Mortal Kombat X that gets showcased in this trailer for a couple seconds. Let's show the image here. Bam! As you can see, you got Cyber Smoke and Cyrax holding on to Sub-Zero. Then you got Sector underneath him, giving him his iconic signature move, the Rocket Punch, splitting him into two different pieces, and it's pretty damn brutal. Reminds me a lot of Kung Lao's one fatality back in Mortal Kombat 9, where you get two different slices of your opponent on the left and the right side. And this is crazy because it shows you that all three of these robots can be out there at one time, just like the intro that's also showcased inside the gameplay trailer right here. I'm going to assume that depending on what character you're using, the other two characters like simultaneously like fade into play, just like the intro. From there, they just grab your opponent's arms, and you see this Rocket Punch. With these, it just splits your opponent into two different pieces, so it's a pretty self-explanatory fatality. I'm going to assume that the second fatality is also going to have all three Cyber Ninjas involved. I would hope so anyway. Moving things along, though, to, let's go ahead and talk about LeatherFace. Looking at this image, you're not really missing out on much in the gameplay, because it was just like a really quick second of the gameplay. It's just a chainsaw on actually shaking back and forth through Jax's body. Looks like he just stabs him in there, and it looks pretty damn brutal. I don't think this fatality is going to be like crazy or over the top, unless you think that getting stabbed by chainsaws over the top, which it really is, but when compared to the other fatalities, this is probably going to be really tamed. I think this is going to be like Jason's first fatality, where it's really simple, but it gives it that classic horror movie feel. Of course, inside Jason's first fatality, all he does is slash his opponent with the machete. I think here's going to be just the exact same thing, but this time around, it's going to be done with a chainsaw, because that is his weapon of choice. When you think of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, you think of a chainsaw. It's even inside the damn name of the film, so that's my opinion on this. There's really just not too much to work with apart from this image. There's a couple seconds, it's like a split second of LeatherFace putting this chainsaw inside of Jax's stomach, so he could go up, he could go down, he can go left, he could go right, have no idea, but somehow, some way, I think it's going to be one of those classic horror movie based, I guess, fatalities, a real life fatality that can happen, and that alone is just, it's awesome. Last but not least, let's break down the fatality that we get to see inside the gameplay trailer for the Alien, the Xenomorph. It looks pretty damn awesome. First image, guys, right here, you got Alien picking up Jackie Briggs with his Baraka-esque, his little blade thingies, and they're having like this epic stare down. Let's go on to the next image here. So after he stabs her with those Baraka blades, Tarkatan blades, if you will, they get super close and personal, and they're just staring into each other's eyes. From there, the second mouth, the inner mouth of the alien actually extends. At the last second, you can barely see it's going towards your face. It's slowly creeping out of Alien's mouth, but right before it cuts away, at the last second, guys, I mean the very last frame, you see it go in full motion, so it's safe to say the inner inner mouth is going to go through Jackie's head, and the first thing I thought was, damn, it's going to look like that one fatality where Kano, his opponent, has literally no head. You can see from one end to the other, and that's exactly what I'm going to assume this is going to be. It's so cool because the way it's set up, it's like you can barely see it if you're really paying attention, but it froze everything down, slow motion. You can see the very last second, the inner mouth's like, you know what? I'm going through the face. So Jackie's gonna have a humongous hole in her face. And something else I want to talk about that I think is also worth noting is this last image of the towards the end of the trailer. It is showing Jackie inside like the hive or the nest that the aliens have, the Xenomorphs make. She's there, she's entangled in all of this mess, and at the very last second, just like how the inner mouth at the very last second of the trailer goes for her face, there is a chest burster that goes through her stomach, through her chest, obviously chest burster, and it's so sick, and so many people are saying, oh my god, this might be the second fatality, and honestly, I don't think so. I think this is probably just gonna be like the winning pose. You guys know once, obviously Predator defeats his opponent without a fatality, he grabs their spine, he grabs their skull, and he takes them into his spaceship. He has like his little collection of skulls there. I think at the end of every match, if you don't perform a fatality, you get the chest burster scene that you see of Jackie at the end of the trailer. I think that's gonna happen. Who knows? Maybe it is a fatality. Regardless, I threw it in there for you guys to discuss, debate. It's in your hands, guys. But what do you guys think of my little breakdown? Can you see some of the stuff that I mentioned inside this video actually occurring, taking place? What do you guys think? Where do you think these fatalities are going in the small little gameplay sims that we get to see inside the recent gameplay trailer that got released a few days ago? Let me know all that stuff in the comment section below. Drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.